guys, and welcome back to Air. So, let's just jump right back in. No, that's not possible. My mother must be talking about the girl in the sky. My mother couldn't have known about MISUZU. However, what she said described MISUZU's condition perfectly. It was like a prophecy. What's going on here? I asked the deserted darkness. I desperately reeled in my memories. Why would I remember these things? Why would my mother tell me about all that? I was sure my mother said this to me. Yukito, I want you to save her this time. You are the only one who can save her. I could still remember the look in her eyes and the sound of her voice. But I had no idea how to save her. I stood up and looked into the darkness. The sound of the waves continued. That way should be the sea. This town was so close to the sea that nobody would give the sea a passing glance. The girl told me that she wanted to go to the beach, but I wasn't able to take her there. I'm going to take MISUZU to the sea. That should be an easy thing to do. July 27th. I woke up. The dusty ceiling stared back at me. I ended up sleeping in the shed last night. It was hard for me to go back to that house. The cicadas were noisy in the morning as per usual. Did MISUZU have a good night's sleep? I sat up. Then I recalled those words. The girl will have dreams. In the beginning, she will dream of the sky. The dreams will start going back to the past. Those dreams will eat away at the girl. I shook my head to get that voice out of my head. But it was no use. Those strings of words were burned into my mind. Suddenly, I heard another noise. Somebody seemed to be opening the door of the porch. Is it MISUZU? Where is she going so early in the morning? I went outside. I circled to the front of the porch. It was Haruko. Oh, you're up already. You too. I thought your work begins in the afternoon. I've taken leave from work. I looked down to see what Haruko was holding. It was a bag too big for going shopping. What's that? A traveling bag. Traveling? I'm going on a trip by myself. Where to? To the hot springs. Are you serious? There's loads of nice hot springs. I want to go dip in a hot spring, drink some wine, and have a good time. This woman, doesn't she know what sort of condition MISUZU is in right now? MISUZU was in bed the entire day yesterday. What are you thinking? I was more exasperated than angry. You got a problem? I do what I want. What about MISUZU? I'm leaving her to you. I know you're a man who does what needs to be done. MISUZU likes you too, so you'll take care of her when I'm away. MISUZU is having dreams now. I started talking about what I did not fully understand. Her dreams are causing changes to her. Huh? What are you talking about? In time, MISUZU will feel phantom pain. Next, she will forget everything. Even both of us. In the morning after she has her final dream, MISUZU will die. My words sounded painfully like fantasy. Haruko's expression changed instantly. Hey, there are things you shouldn't joke about. Look, I have more important things to do. I don't have time to listen to your blather. The hot spring is more important than your daughter, huh? MISUZU's not my daughter. That's the reason I'm going. Because she wasn't her real mother. I remembered now. She doesn't have the responsibility as a parent to begin with. I didn't have anything more to say to her. Look, I'm going. She turned around and walked away. I watched her recede into the distance. After she disappeared from sight, I looked up at the sky. There was not a single cloud. Today would be another hot day. When I returned to MISUZU's room, only her blanket remained on the bed like a husk. MISUZU? I walked out to the hallway to find MISUZU. MISUZU was standing in the kitchen. Are you feeling better already? Yep, I'm alright. If I don't make breakfast, somebody's stomach will growl nonstop. That being said, her face looked pale. It was obvious that she was pushing herself. You go to bed, I'll make breakfast. It's alright. Besides, I already feel like an ill person if I don't do this. I see. Yep. I heard the sound of Misuzu chopping something. Although she didn't look like she was good at schoolwork, she seemed to be quite good at housework. I had the feeling that that was better than those who were good at schoolwork but bad at cooking. I watched her, waiting for a chance to say what I must. It was probably better to say it now than when I sat facing her at the table later. Oh yeah, Haruko went out. She might not be home for a while. Yep, I know. What? Had Haruko informed her about it? I love my mom. I see. I stopped talking to avoid the subject. Finally, the cooking was done. It was spaghetti with meat sauce and the usual sunny side up eggs. Misuzu did not have even half the amount of food on her plate as I did. Even then, she still had problems finishing up her share. Misuzu, are you awake? I said softly and peered inside the room. I thought I heard the sound of a bird's wings flapping. I slid open the door and went in. Misuzu was shuffling the deck of cards. Didn't I tell you to sleep? I've been sleeping until just then, she answered me as she laid the cards out. Did you have a strange dream again? Nope. I had a good dream. A dream of the sky? No, this time I was in a forest at night. She got into another sitting position facing me. I was talking to someone in the forest. With whom? I don't remember. Someone came up really close to me. I asked him, "What's a sea?" And then he told me. He taught me lots of things about the sea. I felt really happy just talking to him. So happy that I wished I could keep his words with me forever. That was how happy I was. She lowered her gaze. Misuzu looked as though she was still within the dream. I don't mind having more dreams like that. Then you should go to bed now. But it's a waste. Summer is so short. Although she said that, I was thinking about something else. The girl will have dreams. In the beginning, she will dream of the sky. The dreams will start going back to the past. Those dreams will eat away at the girl. Yukito-san, you look scary. My face always looks like this. You're right. Alright, I'm going to sleep. To be honest, I still feel a bit tired. She collected the scattered cards one by one. She looked weak while she was doing that. I told her, "Let's go to the beach." Misuzu looked at me with surprise. You're weird. First you told me to go to sleep, now you're telling me to go outside. I changed my mind. We didn't manage to go to the beach yesterday, right? But... Her eyes clouded over with worry. You want to go, don't you? The day's still young. We just have to take our time going there. I promise I'll take you there. She looked relieved upon hearing that. Okay. She nodded with a smile. Then I'll go wait outside. I went out to the hallway. As soon as I was alone, those words came back to me. Once the illness begins, it'll worsen quickly. Summer had only just begun. So I told myself. I'll definitely take Misuzu to the beach. Surely am able to do that. Surely I'm able to. Let's go. Okay. Okay then, let's go. We had the same conversation yesterday. As soon as I stepped outside, I regretted it. The afternoon sun was fierce. So fierce that it could almost melt the asphalt road. Misuzu walked slowly, one step at a time. Take your time, don't strain yourself. Yep, I'm alright. V? She made a V sign to show that she could still keep going. Her forehead was already covered with sweat. When we got to the first corner, Misuzu stopped in her tracks. Wait a bit. Sure. Is she this weekend? I lent her my shoulder. Let's go. I put MISUZU'S arm around my neck. Okay, I'm sorry. We started walking again. The sunlight shone mercilessly on us. MISUZU was leaning on me. Her tiny body felt burning hot. How far can this tiny body go? The heated air shimmered across the road. The road seemed to go on forever. Is the sea really that far away? It's hot. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I put my hand around MISUZU'S shoulder, who was unsteady with her walking. Then I supported her weight. It was then. Ah! MISUZU looked at me as though she was trying to say something. Her eyes were wet. Tears flowed down her cheeks. I'm sorry. My legs will get better soon. Let's leave the beach for tomorrow. Her smiling face became contorted. Then I realized I had gotten too close to her. There was no stopping her now. MISUZU shook off my hand and started crying. This was no fit. It was something else. This was the end. There was nothing I could do but wait for MISUZU to stop crying. The clear sunny sky was over our heads. Despite the weather, I was in a state of unease. How far can we go tomorrow? Will we get closer to the beach, or will we stop further away? The sun was setting. Time and tide did not wait for us. I did not know whether that was a good or bad thing. Hey, MISUZU. I'll make dinner today. What are you looking at? You've become kinder. Oh, really? Yeah, you wouldn't say things like this in the past. I should have done so from the very start. I couldn't help but think that. MISUZU said nothing more. Alright, well, I'm gonna go make dinner. Okay. I stood up. MISUZU was playing cards by herself. Her slender fingers repeated the same motions. Never getting bored of it, she did the same thing over and over again. I became aware that MISUZU was looking at me. Can you tell me what you know? She said all of a sudden. My dreams and the person you're searching for are related, right? I don't know, I guess not. But you asked me something like this before. You asked me whether I had wings in my dreams. That was just a joke, forget about that. Nope, you looked really serious back then. Hey, tell me. MISUZU was right next to me, looking at me with a serious expression. Her gaze was intent. I closed my eyes. Up in the sky, there's a girl with wings. She has been there since long ago. She is there even now. In the same air, she continues to feel the wind with her widespread wings. I had been told these poetry-like phrases ever since I was a kid, and at this moment, I knew the continuation. Up there, the girl is having the same dream over and over again. The girl is always alone. She fades away before she has the chance to grow up. She keeps dreaming the same sad dream. Those were the prophecies from my mother. If a friend becomes close to her, she'll experience pain. That's why she's always alone. At first, she will lose her ability to walk. Next, she will experience phantom pain. Summer had only just begun. I knew what was to come, but I couldn't do anything. Combining these together, they could only mean one thing. However, I did not wish to acknowledge it. After thinking for a long time, I'd arrived at a certain answer. Will you hear me out? Okay. My dreams are those of my other self. That girl had wings, and she was able to fly freely in the air. But now she's in terrible pain. So she's trying to tell me something. That's why I have to keep having those dreams. If I do that, maybe I'll be able to learn something. I know why that girl is suffering. If I know the reason, maybe I'll be able to save her. She revealed her usual smile. What good thinking. Nice idea. Let's do this. Good night. She covered her head with the futon. I pulled the futon off her. You idiot!
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Hey, Misuzu. I chose my words carefully. It may be that what you said is correct, but if your other self is suffering inside the dreams, you might end up in the same state as her if you keep having the same dreams. Up in the sky, there's a girl with wings. In the same air, she continues to feel the wind with her widespread wings. That was no longer an obscure image. That girl is suffering in the sky, ever since the distant past. I had come to save that girl, yet I had no idea what to do.
Yukito-san? It's not a coincidence that I started having these dreams, right?
She studied my face. I couldn't answer her.
I thought that this summer felt special. I thought about trying my best to make a friend. And then I met you. After that, I started to have dreams. All of these must be related somehow. That's why I want to do what I can. I want this summer to be my happiest summer. Because this is the summer where I met you, Yukito-san.
Misuzu looked at me. Her eyes were clear and frank. How should I answer her? I understand. I answered her. I'll help you.
Okay.
I'm going to sleep. You should sleep too. The girl will have dreams. In the beginning, she will dream of the sky. The dreams will start going back to the past. Those dreams will eat away at the girl. If that's true, how can I stop it? No one can stop someone else from having dreams. Is there really nothing I can do? I kept searching for an answer. July 28th. It was morning. I was in Misuzu's room. Misuzu was hugging her knees on her bed. Her cheeks and eyes were red. She must have been crying. Misuzu? I wanted to rush by her side, but I hesitated. If I touched her, would I set off her fit again?
It's not that.
Misuzu shook her head. I understood the reason then. Did you have a dream again?
Yeah.
She nodded.
It was really sad. It didn't work out no matter how many times I tried. I don't have much time left, even though I need to see it to the end. Why can't I do it?
Misuzu laid down and covered her face with her blanket. She was stifling her sobs. I had no idea what kind of dreams Misuzu had. However, I knew it was eating away at her, and I couldn't do anything for her. When I came back to reality, Misuzu was already asleep. She was most likely worn out from all the crying. I sat down and leaned against the wall. Misuzu's long hair rose and fell in conjunction with her breathing. Boop-doop. San.
Yukito-san! Yukito-san!
I opened my eyes to find that it was already sunset. Misuzu was there. She was still in her pajamas and sitting up on the bed. You woke up?
You slept like a rock. I thought you were never going to wake up.
How's that possible? I prodded her head lightly and she smiled back at me.
I had another dream. This time it was a bit happy. A bit happy, but also a bit sad.
What do you mean?
It was nighttime, but the sky was really bright. I could hear music and laughter. Lots of people had formed a ring and they were dancing. That must have been a festival. Everyone looked really happy. But I was looking at them from afar, because I knew that I didn't belong there.
She paused and looked about the room.
I wanted to go to the festival too, but I don't think that's possible now. The festival's too far away.
She spoke as if that was already set in stone. Sheesh. You should try taking the initiative if it's just a dream. Go make some friends or something.
Friends?
She cocked her head and looked at me.
I already have friends.
Where?
Friend. You're my friend.
I'm not your friend. What am I? Even I did not know. But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys, so if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!